Shalom, friends. See my little dragonfly friend? I have read a lot about how dragonflies can kill an incredible amount of mosquitoes that they consume in a day. And they're very prolific hunters. And they might even be better at hunting mosquito larvae when they're in their larva form. So one of the things they do here by us is, I live in the suburbs for now, is that they spray, well, they say it's bacteria and hormones to control the mosquito population. And I'll tell you, it doesn't work. But if they were to let the dragonflies live, and I do believe that what they spray kills the dragonflies will eat up the mosquitoes. It's one of the reasons why you will see a lot less mosquitoes in a swampy area than you will just walking through a forest, because there's so many dragonflies that live in a swamp and they eat up the mosquitoes. But anyway, so I just want to show you some things I'm excited about. And part of the reason I want to talk about it is because, there's so much talk of death and doom, and still today we see the breath of life of the Father all around us. And I was thinking about how people are so focused on such negative things. Now, we need to be aware of what's going on to the best of our ability, but man, we've got to find peace. And one of the things that Teresa and I have talked about, and our oldest kids, we're very grateful that if these strange days that we've got to go through are happening, that we're beginning to go through this now in the springtime instead of the kind of dreary winter. And so this is one of our bald cypress trees. The leaves of the cypress tree, I don't know, one of my favorite things. They're so beautiful. I just love cypress trees. And I made a video a while ago talking about cypress and how the oil that's under the bark, I think, is used to make like a calming oil. And then we have a red delicious apple tree, looking very good. And we have two Fuji trees. One's in the backyard. Our oldest daughter Isabel is caring for that one. Now this one has leaf buds there, but haven't opened up yet. And what's this guy? Our Granny Smith. And our beautiful peach tree. And then I'm very excited, we're all very excited about these guys, our blueberries. They're doing very well, and they're already making blueberries. And we have 5 blueberry trees, different varieties. I think it's really neat to look at them. You see the color of the flowers there? These are more red. This is one of our 2 low-cut trees. One of the low-cut trees our son Josiah is caring for. That's the big one I take care of. And we have 3 fig trees, and they're doing really well. This guy is a mayhaw, and you can make a medicinal tea, or you can make jelly with. And then the only other thing we have over here that we're going to keep. Now these guys we're not going to let grow very big because we're looking to move north of here where these won't grow outside. And even here, a couple times during the winter time, we had to bring them in to keep them safe because they do not do well with cold temps. But we're going to just container grow these 2 olive trees, and they're doing very well. And we actually did get olives off of them last year. We anticipate getting more olives this year. And then last but not least, out here, and there's more in the back that I'll show you. This is our newest persimmon tree. Now persimmon trees are interesting. They'll have a stamen one year and then not the next. So you need to have more than 1 tree. It seems to me that really you want to have about 4 trees to get a good chance that you're going to have ones that are both male and female, and they can actually change year to year whether they grow a stamen or not. And you won't know until they flower. So to have cross-pollination, you need several of them. So I mentioned in one of my videos that they were doing terribly. 4 of the ones that we had because I did not know at the time when I repotted them that they have a very delicate taproot, and if you break that, you can kill them. And they were doing very poorly. But they're all coming back nicely, except we thought we had one dead one. And this is just the last thing. And this is kind of just about the resilience of life. And what is life? Life is the breath of the Father breathed into us. This one here, it's literally a twig with one other twig coming off of it, and it was so brittle, I could just snap it. And I was really busy, and I didn't get around to, I had to repot some of these, and I mixed in some of my compost and then new wood chips, and watered them really thoroughly, watered in the food that I just gave them. And if I had done that earlier, I would have just disposed of this tree. And by the time I got around to doing it, it had these beautiful little leaves coming out of this seemingly dead twig. And it's really kind of hard for me to put into words how meaningful that is to me, to see life just fighting to come through what looked like a hopeless situation. So, and even just the timing, my being busy and not being able to get around to it. If I hadn't been so busy, I would have finished this off when it wasn't quite dead. Maybe it was dead and then it came back to life, but it gives me hope, I guess. No fear, friends, and love each other. Get outside, take your shoes off, walk around in the dirt, and get connected to the earth and to what the Father has made, and remember His life in you and all around us. The enemy, he speaks of death and doom, and although judgment is coming to this place, there's no question about it. For those who have chosen to have the seed of the kingdom planted in our hearts and choose to water that seed, well, the kingdom is now. Life is now. So, I don't know. Remember that. And if you don't know that, if you can't find peace, I'm just asking you to believe that peace is possible. I'm trying to share that with you. And if you can believe that there are people who really have peace, if you can believe me when I tell you that here in our home we have shalom, peace and well-being, no fear, maybe wonder why, and I'm happy to tell you why. And if you have experienced the kingdom and you still can't find peace, I'm just asking you to kind of search your heart and see why that is. But anyway, until next time, shalom, friends.